Hey, what if you could take a chore you probably dread and pay way too much for and turn it into a simple 20-minute skill that saves you a ton of money? Well, today that's exactly what we're going to do. We're breaking down how to change your own oil, one of the best things you can learn for your car. Let's get right into it.
And right off the bat, here's the entire reason why this matters. Think about that. $80 for a job that barely takes 20 minutes. But the actual parts and oil you need, you can get all of it for under 30 bucks. That's a huge gap. And it's money that should be in your pocket, not theirs.
And this chart just makes it painfully obvious, doesn't it? That tall bar on the left, that's what the dealership charges. And that little bar on the right, that's your cost when you do it yourself. We are talking about saving more than $50 every single time. Just imagine how fast that adds up over the life of your car. So, how are we going to get you there? It's a simple 5-part plan. We've already tackled the $80 question. Next up, we'll get our gear together, then get the old stuff out, put the new stuff in, and finally, we'll master those little details that make you look like a pro.
Okay, first things first, gearing up for success. Proper prep is everything. It's the difference between a quick, easy job and a frustrating mess. So we're going to get all our tools, materials, and safety stuff ready to go before we even look at the car.
Here's the basic toolkit. You'll need a wrench, a special wrench for the oil filter, a pan to catch the old oil, and a funnel. And to get under the car safely, you need jack stands or a set of ramps. And of course, the fresh oil and a new filter. Now, here's the most important part. Your car's owner's manual is your best friend. It tells you the exact type and amount of oil you need. Don't guess.
All right, before we go any further, let's talk about safety. Seriously, these are the golden rules and they are not negotiable. Number one, never, and I mean never, get under a car that's only held up by a jack. Always use jack stands. Also, if you've been driving, let the engine cool off for a bit. And make sure you're working on a flat, level surface. Your safety is priority one.
Okay, we've got our gear, we've got our safety plan. It's time to get our hands a little dirty. Let's get out with the old. This part is all about draining that used up engine oil and taking off the old filter. And it's really just a simple 4-step dance. First, get the car lifted up safely on those ramps or jack stands. Second, you're going to slide under and look for the drain plug. It's just a single bolt at the very bottom of the engine's oil pan. Slide your drain pan underneath, loosen that plug, and let gravity do all the work. It'll all just drain right out. Now, hang on. Before you do anything else, this is so important. After you twist off the old oil filter, you have to look at where it was connected to the engine. There's a little rubber ring, a gasket, that's supposed to come off with the old filter. Sometimes it gets stuck to the engine. If you screw the new filter on over that old gasket, you get a double gasket. And I promise you, oil will pour out from everywhere. It's a huge mess, so just make sure that old gasket is gone.
Phew! Okay, with the old stuff out of the way, now we get to the really satisfying part. In with the new. We're putting on our shiny new filter and pouring in that clean, fresh oil that your engine is gonna love.
So, installing the new filter is easy, but you gotta do it right. Here's a little pro tip. Dip your finger into some of that new oil and just wipe a thin layer on the rubber gasket of the new filter. This helps it create a perfect seal. Then just screw it on by hand. Once it feels snug, give it about 3/4 of a turn more, and that's it. And I'm gonna pause here because this is a classic rookie mistake. Do not, I repeat, do not use a wrench to tighten the new filter. Hand tight is all you need. If you crank on it with a wrench, you can damage the filter or make it an absolute nightmare to get off next time. Just use your hands. Trust me on this. All right, new filter is on. Now, screw that drain plug back in until it's nice and snug. Then pop the hood, grab your funnel, and here's another little secret. Don't pour all the oil in at once. Start by adding about 80% of what the manual calls for. Then check the dipstick. After that, you can slowly add a little more at a time until you hit that full mark perfectly. This way, you never overfill it, which can be just as bad as underfilling. We are on the home stretch. It's time to master the details. This is where we button everything up, clean up like a professional, and I'll share a few tips to make your next oil change even faster. Okay, time for the final check to make sure you nailed it. Go ahead and start the car, but only let it run for about 30 seconds. That's enough to get the new oil flowing. Then, turn it off. Take one last peek underneath to make sure there are no drips coming from the drain plug or the new filter. If it's all dry, wait a minute for the oil to settle back down and do one last check of the dipstick to make sure that level is spot on. So what do you do with that pan full of old used oil? Whatever you do, don't just dump it down a drain or toss it in the trash. That's awful for the environment and it's illegal. The fix is super simple. Just pour the old oil into the empty containers your new oil came in, seal them up, and take them to basically any auto parts store. They'll take it off your hands for free and recycle it properly. Easy. And to really level up your game, here are a few final tips. Grab a marker and write the date and the car's mileage right on the new filter before you install it. That way, you'll always know. Also, keep an eye out for sales and buy your oil then to save even more cash. And finally, when you're done, just set a reminder in your phone for 5,000 miles from now. You'll never miss an oil change again. So after maybe 20, 30 minutes of your time, what are you left with? This, over $50 right back in your wallet, every single time. That's money for you, not for the dealership's waiting room coffee. But honestly, it's about so much more than just the money. You didn't just change your oil. You learned a real skill. You took control of your car's health. There's a confidence that comes from knowing you can handle this yourself. And that really just leaves us with one last question. You just tackled a job that most people pay a whole lot of money to avoid. You proved you can do it, and you can do it right. So, now that you've mastered this, what's next?